Ladies and gentlemen, the following is the season 6 premiere of the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society. That's right, we made it to season 6, but we're not gonna throw up a 5 on a 1. Nah, that doesn't look too cool. We're gonna throw up double threes like the Larry Bird jersey 33. And I gotta say, man, thank you very much. Yeah, Rob over there, he's having a good time with the double threes. But I just gotta say, man, hey, season 6. Thank y'all very much. Never thought we'd make it here. And, we're going to keep on bringing the good stuff. But with that being said, in the first corner, we have the greatest thing on God's green earth. No, we're not talking about money, Mary Jane, or Popeye Spinach. He is the triangle dart of Ringside Society, Delaware's greatest American hero. And whenever he goes to Taco Bell, he asks for a chief burrito because he loves the combination of chicken and beef. It takes two to make a thing go right. He's Rob Bass, and you are not. And the second corner, we have that ocean crossing, straight up bossing, flight catching, shot glass snatching. Where's he going next? Nobody knows. 3 continents down, 3 more to go. No cap, straight facts. The worldwide starboy, Remy Blue. But it's not about us. Yes, season premiere, it's still not about us. You see, we have a special guest tonight. And we were thinking, man, season 6 premiere, our 6th season as a podcast. We got to do it big. We got to have somebody that's epic. And what goes with epic is actually superstar. And we were thinking, man, we need a superstar, but who? Who? As a New Day would say, who? And then we were like, wait a minute, we know a superstar. We know a guy who's on his top team shit. And with that being said, our special guest tonight is the man who holds astronaut status, the astronaut kid himself, superstar Jay Lucas. How you doing tonight, sir?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Thank y'all for having me.
Hey, thank you very much for doing this for us, man. I really, truly appreciate it. How's everything in your neck of the woods, man?
Man, everything is good right now. Right now, I'm a couple minutes ago, I was packing to go up to Paradigm Pro Wrestling up in Indiana. So I'm excited for that.
Cool. I think you're kind of fading out. We're kind of like you can hear him, Rob?
Oh, y'all can hear me?
Yeah, he said he's going to Indiana.
It must be my phone. But yeah, I just gotta say, man, we're very excited to have you on, man. So we normally ask 99% of our guests that we have on here, man. Like, how did your love for pro wrestling start? What was the match or the main event that got you hooked from there on out?
Honestly, the first thing I seen from pro wrestling, I think my sister had it on in the room, and it was actually the Edge and Lita live sex celebration. That was the first thing I ever seen.
Wow. Okay, that's a way to start. Okay.
Yeah, and that was the first thing I ever seen. And it was like the strangest thing. There was nothing like that on TV. You know what I mean? And ever since then,
Yeah.
I was like, man, what is this wrestling stuff? You know what I mean? So ever since then, I just been watching it, and as I grew older, I just fell in love with it.
Man, that's the first time I ever heard anybody say that. They said the first time. Wow, what a way to start. The first time somebody saw wrestling was Edge and Lita live sex celebration. That's wild, yo. That must have been a way up. I tell you what, if 13-year-old me had seen that, I would have been like, yo, this wrestling shit's dope, man. Yo, they was gonna have sex in the ring, and yo, this is wild.
Yeah, man, it was wild. You just see clothes flying everywhere and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I'm like 5 years old. I'm like, man, what am I watching? You know what I mean? And then as I get older and I see and I get older and I fall in love with the wrestling aspect. You know what I mean? And the in-ring stuff. It's nothing like it on earth. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, man, I could only imagine what you thought when you saw the Attitude Era before that, man. Woo, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, who are some of your favorites you enjoyed growing up? That you enjoyed watching and cheering for?
Obviously, Edge, Booker T, Shawn Michaels, and then as I got older, I started, watching like the older, like WWE Attitude Era, like you said, and I fell in love with guys like Bret Hart and even people like Dean Malenko and Chris Benoit used to be one of my favorites before all the other stuff happened. But yeah, that's the wrestlers that I looked up to.
All right, that's cool, man. Obviously, Chris. We know the situation with Chris Benoit. But did you ever get to meet any of the wrestlers like growing up, like later on in life?
As a kid, I think the only wrestler that I met before I got into wrestling was Batista.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot the name Batista too. That was one of my favorites. I had the Batista action figure.
Oh man, that man was on a tear from like 2005 to like pretty much whenever. Like that guy had a great run, man. I'd never forget those matches with him and JBL.
Woo. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So did you ever get to like go to any of the shows growing up, or you just watched at home?
I went to one SmackDown and one Raw in New Orleans. I don't know if y'all remember it. It was an episode of, I think, SmackDown when Edge was the world champion. And they did the thing where they had like a whole bunch of like Mardi Gras characters come out to the ring, and then Kane was under one of the Mardi Gras costumes or something like that and chokeslam Edge.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was like one of the first wrestling events I seen live.
Wow. Yeah, I can't remember that one, but I'll definitely have to look it up, man. There were just so many moments that Derby had that I tend to forget some of them, but yeah, I'll definitely have to look that one up. I don't know, something's always going on in New Orleans, man. Y'all got it on lockdown there, man, for some reason. Like I know you from there, and our other host Kathy, she would have loved to probably, I don't know where she's at, but she would have probably liked to actually talk to you because she's actually from Louisiana as well. But man, yeah, it's always like for example, I finally went there last January, and when I went down there, I got this like party vibe. I walked through like the French Quarter. I had some beignets from Cafe Du Monde. Yo, that place is like crack, by the way, man. Woo!
Yeah.
I almost got addicted. And I got this kind of party vibe. I'm like, yo, man, I like it here, man. It's cool, man.
Yeah, man. There's no place like it on earth, man. The city never sleeps.
Yeah. So, now that you're a fan, you're a fan of pro wrestling, you're cheering your favorites, and you're going to the shows and whatnot. Now, how did your journey go from Jay Lucas wrestling fan to superstar Jay Lucas, WWA 4 Nightmare Factory Camp 6 graduate and top team member?
Oh man, so I was in college. This might have been like a month before the pandemic started. And I was just watching wrestling, and around that time AEW had just started, and I was watching it, and I was like, man, because I played football and stuff like that, and after I kind of fell off of football, I had the urge to do something athletic, because I like being active, so I was just watching wrestling. I was like, man, I think I could do that, and then the pandemic hit in about March, and they sent everybody home from school, and I was just sitting there studying every single thing about wrestling that I can, and I ended up looking up some wrestling schools. They don't really have that many places to train in Louisiana, so I got a family member out here in Atlanta, one of my sisters, so I started looking up some schools, in Atlanta, and I came across the Nightmare Factory, and I came across WWA 4, and then I ended up hitting up a wrestler that trained at the WWA 4 by the name of Ash Bennett, and he gave me all the information I needed to know about the school. And honestly, if it wasn't for him, I probably would have never went to the 4. Just the way he sold it to me and the way he told me how Fox's training style is and things like that. you know, that's really how I got into, starting at the 4. And then a couple months later, I think I was about 19 years old. I moved out, from New Orleans to Atlanta. I think I had like $150 in my pocket at the most. And I just went and I was like, man, you know what? This is what I want to do. So I'm going to just jump in it and go do it.
But it's honestly speaking though, man, that it's paying off for you, brother. Because I've seen, because I remember when I first saw you, it was actually you and Teriyaki. Y'all were on AEW Dark, and I'm like, okay, the brothers doing their thing. And I remember seeing y'all at the Nightmare Factory for the student showcase, the student showcase 6. You and Terry had that triple threat match with Baron Black. And I remember one of my friends, Jennifer Lewis, Miss Yvette, she was like, there's actually a wrestler called Teriyaki. And I'm like, yeah. And I was like, but he's pretty good. You might not want to make fun of his name. He's pretty good. And then I saw that y'all were like a tag team. And y'all teamed on like AEW. Y'all had like a match against Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs. And then you had another one with y'all teaming with Larry Lazard against, Brock Anderson and the Varsity Blondes. So, that's definitely paying off for you, man. I mean, you going places. You just went on a tour of South America. I think y'all might be going on a second one. But yeah, man, it's definitely paid off, man.
Yeah, man, I'm glad. You know what I mean? I'm glad I took the risk. A lot of people scared to take risks in life. You know what I mean? But you'll never know what'll happen if you just got to leap. You know what I mean? So that's what I decided to do, and I don't regret a thing.
Yeah, man, I'm definitely glad for y'all. But I gotta ask you, man. So you and Blackjack Mac, y'all are on that South American tour, man. Like what did you learn? Because they say like when you go to certain places, you get a different like perspective of life and so on. And some people, me personally, when I went to Japan for 3 years, I found like a whole new sense of honor and just a whole new sense of honor and having manners and everything. But in what way did South America change you going on that tour for those couple of weeks?
Man, just seeing, like, aside from the wrestling aspect, just seeing the way of life and how happy the people there, you know what I'm saying, how happy they was, without having much. It was kind of like a humbling experience, because out in America, everybody needs all these materialistic things, to feel like they're happy. But down there in South America, man, they were just, you walk around and nobody's on their phone and everybody's laughing and talking to each other, you know what I mean, and connecting with each other and things like that. And that type of stuff could really change your life, man. It could really put things into a different perspective, And I honestly, I can't wait to go back. I think we might be going in like March, April. But I can't wait to go back, man. It's like, and the wrestlers out there, like they're going out there to train, and they're making nothing, you know what I mean, from it. Like, they're paying to train, but they don't really make that much from the shows. They just doing it for the love of the game, you know what I mean? So seeing that and seeing the way those people are grinding, they traveling 3 hours, you know what I mean, through Peru to come to train for like an hour or two. It puts a whole bunch of things into a different light.
That's why we respect what y'all do here at Ringside Society, man, because we know how the grind is, man. Like, I always, I used to be part of a band back in the day, a little vocal band. I remember it was just the idea. I was sitting down and I was like, I was kind of in the same situation as y'all wrestlers. Just like y'all wrestlers, what you would do is more strenuous, obviously, than what I do. I mean, you guys, put your bodies on the line. We actually, we use our voices and so on. But like, when I looked at it, I was like, we pretty much did gigs where we didn't get paid. We just hoped to get exposure. And we pretty much traveled several miles as well, just to get, people to hear us out and so on. So That's why I always commend you guys what you do. When I see you guys make it, whether you get signed to WWE or AEW or Impact, I'm like, awesome, that's great, man. You know, big ups. When I see you guys get to go on these tours to South America, you know, I know your boy Teriyaki, he's over in Japan right now. You know, I'm very happy that, you know, y'all get these breaks, man, because trust me, I know it could be. I'm not a wrestler, I'm not in the business, but I know it could be a grind. I mean, you know,
man, yeah. A lot of people don't understand all the work that go into it. You know what I mean? Because they only see the stuff that happen when the camera goes on, but they don't see the countless hours on the road, being away from, you know what I mean, family, missing out on events and stuff like that. And it could sometimes be a bit of a thankless business. You know what I mean? But everybody that became a wrestler, they doing it because they love, you know, this business. And yeah, you a lot of times when you starting out, you just get paid in experience and exposure, but you just gotta keep grinding, you know what I mean, because it could really pay off in the future.
Oh yeah, definitely. So so not only are you getting a chance to go back to South America, but previously, before your first South American tour, you actually got a chance to wrestle for AEW twice, actually, 2 times with, you know, your stablemate Teriyaki. You know, y'all went, like I said before, y'all had a tag team match against Powerhouse Hobbs, and, you know, Tony. Is it? I keep calling the man Tony Starks for some reason.
No, oh, you talking about the first match?
Yeah, you got Ricky Starks. My bad, Ricky Starks. Yeah. Ricky, if you hear me, Ricky, man, don't beat me up, man. My bad. I watch too much Marvel MCU, man. You know, but you guys got that. You guys got a chance to tag against, you know, Team Taz, which is Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs, and then after that, you know, you got to do a trios tag team with Larry Lazard against, you know, the team of Brock Anderson and, you know, and the Varsity Blondes. So what was it like, you know, getting that chance to step in the ring and wrestle in front of thousands watching at that arena and millions watching from the comfort of their homes? What was that experience like for you?
Oh, I think you got out for a second.
Nope. Oh, wait, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, it's all good. So yeah, so you got to wrestle
out a bit, but yeah.
Okay. So you got to wrestle twice, you know, once, like I said before, once against team with Teriyaki against, you know, Team Taz, which is Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks. And the second time was in a trios tag team with you and Teriyaki, teaming with Larry Lazard, going up against Brock Anderson and Varsity Blondes. And what I was saying was, what was the experience like, you know, getting to wrestle live in front of thousands and millions watching at home?
Honestly, man, it was an experience we needed. I feel like it showed us that that everything we wanted was a lot closer, you know what I mean, than it seemed. You know, because when you're a wrestler, everybody that's in this business wants to get signed and wants to be on TV, regardless of what they tell you. You know what I mean? That's what they want, you know, or at some point that's what they wanted. And it showed us that everything we wanted, we can actually achieve it. And I feel like we learned a lot from the people backstage, you know, putting the matches together and listening, you know, to the different psychologies everybody had, and things like that, man. It really helped us learn and develop, you know, as wrestlers.
Oh yeah. That was cool that y'all got that chance, that y'all got that opportunity as well. So I just got 2 more questions before I turn it over to Rob. Kind of Rob has a couple for you as well. So you got one of my favorite tracks from one of my favorite artists, you know, that you know, to me is like pretty much conscious in hip hop music. You actually come out to the song Superstar by Lupe Fiasco.
Mm-hmm.
Great track. I enjoy it. What are some songs that you have on your playlist that whenever you're getting ready to work out to or face your opponent, what are some songs that you have on your playlist that you actually like that put you into that mode?
Oh man, all right, let's see. I don't know if I can name any songs specifically, but I can give you like some artists and stuff like that.
Okay.
Obviously Lil Wayne, you know, being from New Orleans, Lil Wayne.
Hey, okay.
Yeah, gotta listen to Wayne, man. They got a rapper named Baby Drill. I just got into him like the last year or so, but I like him. They got another rapper named Honcho. I listen to him. Surprisingly, sometimes if it come on, I won't skip it. But Rod Wave will play. You know what I'm saying? I'll still listen to it while I'm working out. You know, because I mess with Rod Wave. NBA YoungBoy, Lil Durk. You feel me? Sometimes Lil Tecca, he dropped a new album, so I like that album. Yeah, I think that might be all the people I can list off the top of my head right now.
Hey, real talk though, New Orleans, y'all really keep it gangster with that rap, with that hip hop music. People think it's like y'all like a party town, but I remember that. Never forget that song that y'all had. What happened to that boy? Rob, I know you know that song. You used to bump that song back in the day. But it was like, what happened to that boy? I was like, when you listen to the lyrics, it's like, yo, these boys really just talking some gangster stuff. And they making a bird sound. I'm like, yo, that is some gangster shit, yo. Like,
yeah, man, yeah, bird game, man, yeah.
I live in Brooklyn, New York. I never heard nobody in Brooklyn make gangster sound like, and they did a whole bird sound. I'm like, yo, man, y'all definitely keep it real down there, man. But yeah, man. So my last question, man, before I turn it over to Rob, man. So, you've actually, gotten all these opportunities to go to you got to go to CZW. Congrats on that too as well. CZW, AEW. You doing, the second tour in South America. Y'all gonna kill it again, man. Who are some people on your list that you want to face in the near future? Because the way you're going right now, the sky's the limit, man. I mean, I could see you, maybe going against Randy Orton or John Moxley or one of them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, trust me.
Yeah. Man, I get asked this question a lot. I could never really narrow it down. I mean, some obvious choices would be like AR Fox. Even though I wrestled him before, I love to wrestle him again. Let's see, Myron Reed, and that one might actually be happening sooner rather than later.
Okay.
I like to wrestle like Trey Miguel, Chris Bay, Alex Kane. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I want to wrestle everybody, so I hate to like single out, like 10 wrestlers or something like that, and people feel left out. But yeah, this year, man, I hope I get to, at least wrestle some of those names I listed, But I really want to wrestle everybody and go everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
I got a feeling you're gonna end up wrestling a lot of those names this year because y'all definitely going. Like, I just saw Teriyaki supposed to be up in New York, like probably next month. So I'm like, wow, what a man finally made up north, man.
Yeah, man, Terry finna go crazy this year. He actually just came back to the States today.
Oh, really? Word? Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, hey, yo, Terry, if you seen this, welcome back, bro.
Yeah, man. Shout out my boy Terry, man. Killed it in Japan. I'm proud of that kid, man. For real.
Hopefully, y'all get that opportunity, man. Y'all get to go over to Noah and show them, what Top Team is all about. See the Northside Heroes go over there, and Dante Darko, you, Blackjack Mac.
Yeah, Blackjack, Keelan Cole. Yeah, Neji Ichiban. Damn, Renegade Enforcer. I hope I ain't missing names.
Why I got a feeling when Keelan go over there, he gonna hook somebody up with some of them cool do-rags. I can see that man making one of them Japanese cats. Hey man, come here. You looking kind of dusty, man. Hey, pull up. And he gonna get a man have the man wearing a do-rag. Like, you see, now you look presentable, man. Now you can go ahead and talk to your girl, and you gonna see how she gonna react. I can see him doing something like that. I got a feeling.
Yeah, man, that boy Keelan smooth, man. Honestly, Keelan is severely underrated. You know what I mean? But he ain't gonna be underrated for too long. But he got so much talent, and so much personality. So I look forward to seeing what he gonna do in the next, 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, like I said, I dubbed y'all like the Wu-Tang Clan of professional wrestling, man. Like, there's just so many y'all, all y'all talented, man. So I could definitely see y'all going. But yo, we need that top team. We need that top team merch, man. I mean, it's 2024, man. I'm looking to rock a shirt, man. Let me know.
Yeah, we getting it. We getting it cooked up. We getting it cooked up. We really been lacking with it. We've been talking about getting merch for a while, but this is gonna be the year that we really, buckle down and get that merch in.
I'm looking forward to it, man. But yo, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to Rob. I know Rob has some questions for you. Rob, go ahead, man. The floor is yours.
All right, sweet. Thanks, man. So what's going on, Jay, man? How's everything going today?
It's good, my man. Good.
That's good, man. How was the holidays, man? You have a good Christmas, New Year's, all that good stuff?
Yeah, I had a pretty good Christmas. I actually got to go down to New Orleans and spend it with my family, so that was pretty good.
Oh man, that's awesome, man. Getting to go down there, hang out with family. I'm all for that, man.
Yes, sir.
Plus, I heard down there in New Orleans, man, y'all like to grub. So I
Yeah, man. The food, man. I missed it so much. You can't find New Orleans food, authentic New Orleans food anywhere else but New Orleans. You know what I mean? So yeah, bro, I was missing it.
Oh, I know, man. Yeah, did you gain any weight on that buffet tour for the holidays? 'Cause I know I did, man. I got a little gut going on, man. I'm like, oh man, I ate too much during the
Yeah,
holidays.
yeah.
It was like every day it's like, oh, we got a party over here, Christmas party. Bring this. I was like, oh man.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to work my gut back down. I'm trying to get in the gym and get right.
That's right. I'm all for that, man. Now, a couple minutes ago, y'all were talking about, Birdman, all that good stuff. Doing stuff in New Orleans. And I don't know if you remember this, man, but back in the '90s, man, Jay-Z one time was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a song and have everybody singing show tunes. When he did that Hard Not Life song, because Remy was like, man, I don't know, man, people going. I was like, yo, man, Jay-Z. Remember one summer he was like, you know what? Everybody's gonna sing show tunes. And it's gonna be number one out, or number one song.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, I don't think anybody's done that since,
Yeah, man.
Man.
They don't make music like they did in the '90s no more.
Yeah, I know, man. Yeah, because I'm in my 40s now, so all my music, stopped around on the 12. Probably around when I started to stream, like Spotify and all that, and I don't have to listen to radio anymore. I got caught up listening to everything I like, Yeah. Now you're also talking about your favorite wrestlers, man. You mentioned somebody I love watching wrestling, man, Dean Malenko. Now I don't hear many people talk about Dean Malenko. I feel he's like underrated or whatever. Like people don't like they know about him, but they don't mention him or whatever. But I think he's like awesome, man. So like what was it when you were watching him that made you like, yeah, Dean Malenko is the truth, man. Yeah, he's good.
Man, I was just I love watching the old school wrestling, because I feel like you have to learn from the past. You know what I mean? The people that did it before you. I honestly feel like a lot of wrestlers don't give enough respect to the people who came before us. You know what I mean? So I just like to do my due diligence and go back and watch the past. And man, I was just watching a whole bunch of Dean Malenko matches. Like matches with Chris Jericho, with Benoit, with Guerrero, and he just. Everything looked good. Everything looked clean. You know what I mean? And professional. And yeah, that's something you can appreciate. I know people like the flash and the sizzle and stuff like that, but sometimes it's about the steak. You feel me? And,
I know. Yeah, I got it, man. You got to have that, man. You got to have people drawn in. Yeah, I understand all that. Yeah, it's like a story. I mean, every match is like a story. You got your beginning and ending. You got wrap it on up.
Yep.
That's right. So, you're talking about, like you used to play football and stuff, man. I did some research and I seen some of that, man. You were like a quarterback and all. I do gotta ask, man, did you ever do an Al Bundy where you scored 4 touchdowns in one game? And if you did you do it multiple times?
Yeah, I did it. Yeah, I think the most I scored in the game was in high school. I think I scored either 5 or 6 touchdowns. I scored like four, probably like 3 or 4 games, from my junior and senior year. But I know I had a 5 touchdown game, and I think I had like one where I had like 5 passing touchdowns and then one like rushing touchdown too. So yeah, man.
Oh man, yeah, that's awesome, man. Cause I used to grow up watching the Bundys and stuff, man. He was always like, I play high school football. I scored 4 touchdowns, not in the season, but in one game.
Mm-hmm.
So I always like that, man. I gotta ask that, man. Training in football, man. You gotta do training camp and then training for wrestling, man. Which one was rougher, man? Going out there, in the 100-degree heat, doing like 2-a-days and all that, or being stuck, in the ring in a classroom, doing like, monkey rolls, up and overs, just learning the basics and stuff, man. Or was it pretty kind of equal?
Man, what was harder? Um, Man, I would probably have to say wrestling, just because of the simple fact that the only way you could really get in wrestling shape is by being in the wrestling ring. Like to get in football shape, I could, do some cardio stuff and train outside of being on the football field. But wrestling, there's nothing else that could replicate that. You know what I mean? Because you running, you hitting the rope, you're jumping, you falling down, you getting back up, you taking hits. You know what I mean? All while being blown up. So I think wrestling might have been a little bit harder to get in shape for.
Oh yeah. I agree with that, man. You could be who's somebody who get like LeBron James or something. He's in real good shape. But you put him in a wrestling ring. He hit the rope a couple times, do all that. He's like, whew, hold on a second.
Yeah,
wait a minute.
It'll get blown up.
After like 5, you're like, wait a minute. Yeah, it's like, hold on. Especially, man, if he was, he was a good guy or whatever, man, because he's the one guy get beat up for a while and all. He's the one guy fall down a lot. So hold on, hold on a minute. Oh man. So getting into wrestling and stuff, man. Do you remember your first match? And if you do, is it on YouTube or anything, or is it like buried deep in a vault, like a Fallout vault or something somewhere, not to be seen for a couple hundred years?
Okay, so my first match was against AR Fox about it'll be 3 years ago next month. I don't have the full match. I never got the full match. But I have bits and pieces on my Instagram and my Twitter. If you can scroll down and find it, it's out there.
Okay, that's awesome, man. Having your first match with the trainer, man, that's always great.
Yeah, man, that was the best like position you could be in to have a first match. Wrestling Fox. Because he gonna put you in all the right positions and everything gonna look good. It's nobody like Fox in this business.
Oh yeah. I agree with that, man. Yeah. Your trainer, whatever. Yeah, you got a good trainer. They ain't gonna put you in a position to make you look dumb. Hurt yourself or anything, man.
Right.
Yep. So you got your first match out of the way, man. You're wrestling for a while, man. You've been to South America, all that good stuff. You were touching up on your AEW stuff, man. I gotta ask, when you went to AEW, how long did it take to for your match to come on TV? Because I remember I was doing a show one time. I was talking with the Renegade Twins. I think it was Charlotte, and she was like, "Oh man, we just came back from a dark taker or whatever." I was like, "Oh cool." So that Tuesday or Monday or whatever, I was watching, waiting to see watching wrestle. I was like, "Hold on, I didn't come on for like 3 weeks." So I was like, and then the next show, I was like, "Oh yeah, man, it takes a while." So did it take a while for you also?
First off, shout out to Renegade Twins, man. That's my homegirls right there. But I think the first time we wrestled with AEW, it took about a week. I think the longest time was probably like 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks. Just because they tape so many matches at once, you know what I mean? So they gotta, filter them out. But I think about 3 to 4 weeks is probably the longest time.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, how was that spread back there, man? Was the buffet pretty good? Did they have some good stuff back there?
Yeah, man. World class catering, world class.
Man, I'd be down there. I'd be like, man, is somebody here like a world class chicken and waffle chef? Because I could go for some chicken and waffles right now. Like, man,
it's hard not to eat, man. It's hard not to eat before the match because you don't want to be too full, but that food, see that food and it's smelling so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah, I got it. I know, man. Now you're doing AEW, man. I also got to see you, got to hang out at Impact tapings or whatever, man. What was that like, man? Doing the Impact stuff.
Oh yeah, man. It was a good experience. They usually come down in Atlanta in Midtown, and they work center stage, and it was pretty good. Just being in the locker room. We knew some of the guys back there, but not everybody. You know what I mean? But it was good just seeing people and getting to meet new people and network and things like that. Shout out to Speedball Mike Bailey. He always take care of us every time he see us. But yeah, man, it was a good experience, and hopefully I'll get to work with Impact at some point, in my career.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool, man. Get AEW, Impact, all that stuff, man. That'd be awesome. So when is your so you said you're getting ready to go up to Indiana or whatever? Is that your next match you got coming up?
Yeah, that's tomorrow night at about, I think, like 7:15 p.m. I'm not sure if they're gonna do it live or not, but yeah, Paradigm Pro Wrestling, Jeffersonville, Indiana, at the arena, going against Joseph A-Game.
Okay.
Yeah, my debut up there.
Okay, so are you booked up for January or whatever, for starting the new year off right?
Yeah, man, I got a couple of shows coming up. I don't know if I'm allowed to, talk about it before the graphics come out, but just stay tuned and look at my social media. You'll see everything coming up.
Okay, yeah, I got you. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So I do gotta ask, you traveling around everywhere, man. Have there been any like funny travel stories or something that have happened? Like, maybe you come across, a Bigfoot, or man, you was down there in South America, man. Did you see? Were you out by any jungle? See any glimmer and light like a predator or something? Like, anything crazy like that? Any crazy travel stories?
Let's see. Man. It's so many, in these last 3 years. It might seem like a short time, but we had so many memories and stuff that came up. Let's see. And South America is pretty crazy. We saw a lot of crazy stuff out there. Not like any, like drug dealers or anything like that, but it was just some wild stuff. They had like pickpocketers and stuff down there. We thought one of our people lost his wallet, you know what I mean, in another country, and he lost his wallet, and we supposed to be catching a flight the next day, so that was pretty crazy to go through. He eventually ended up finding it, but it was looking bad for a little minute there, man.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I couldn't imagine that. You're stuck in another country, you might not even know the language that well. You're like, oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. That probably be crazy, man. I don't know if woo. So before I pass it on back to Remy, I do gotta ask. I'm always trying to find something new and cool to watch, man. So there's there any new movies and TV shows you've been into lately? Like I've been trying to find something, like I seen Netflix. They put on all the John Wick and like DC movies and stuff. I've been like kind of watching those.
What I'm watching right now, I'm watching Gen V. I don't know if y'all watched The Boys on Amazon Prime, but I started watching. I started watching the spinoff. Man, it's going crazy right now. I gotta watch the last episode tonight.
That's the one where they're in college, right? They're like training to be superheroes.
Yeah,
okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's fine, man. Fine.
Man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I like The Boys, man. That shit is pretty good.
Rob, have you seen that yet? Have you watched it yet?
No, I haven't seen Gen V yet. I'm trying to finish Invincible. I've been trying to finish Invincible first.
Man, put that Invincible-ish on hold and go watch some Gen V, bro. Come on, man.
For real, man. That's some good stuff right there. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Now, I did like on The Boys, man. I don't know if y'all remember, there was a rumor going around with it was Avengers Endgame, where how they were going to kill Thanos. They're like, they're going to shrink Ant-Man, down microscopic size, put him inside of Thanos, crawl up his backside, and then when he gets in there, he's going, fully formed to a human and blow him up. And then, they did that on The Boys. The one dude, I was like, are you serious? Oh man, that was great.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I can't believe they did that. That was like, wow. I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, no spoilers. There was something like that too in Gen V. I'm not gonna spoil it though, but
Yeah.
something similar to that happened.
Oh, I can only imagine, man. That shit is crazy, man. Like, yeah, like if you tell me, like, yeah, man, there's some wild stuff, I'm like, oh, I believe it. Like, Homelander, I watched him, like go up to that plane, like just, oh yeah, I'm just gonna let y'all die and blow him. I'm like, oh wow, man, yeah, that's crazy, man. Yeah, boys and Gen V. Yeah, I definitely gotta check out Gen V, man. Yeah, that's definitely next
Yeah,
to
yeah,
watch.
yeah.
So I do gotta say, before I pass it on back to Remy, I want to say, thank you very much for, coming on, chatting with us, man. I had a blast. I wish you nothing but the best. I hope you get to accomplish all your goals and get to travel all around the world, kicking butt, winning titles, man. Hopefully we see you on TV one day. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. Thank you for coming on and all that good stuff, man.
Thank y'all, man. I appreciate y'all.
Jay, thank you very much, for, doing this for us. We really and truly appreciate it. We know you got a lot going on, especially for the year 2024, top team still on the rise. We really and truly appreciate you, doing this for us. So we pretty much have all of y'all down. We're only missing two people. One of them knows he's on our radar, Neji Ichiban. Neji, if you see this, I know you watching. Don't go too far, homie. We coming for you too, brother. We determined to have you on the show. But and also we got the most dangerous man in top team, Mr. Danger. Mr. Danger, we sent you a DM, bro. We want to get you on it, man.
Yes, sir.
Want to
Shout out my boy
talk
Danger,
about them
man.
crazy stunts you doing in GCW.
Yeah, he's killing it, man. He killing it, and I hope he could get on here, man, because he got a crazy, you know what I'm saying, backstory that people, like I said, people only see what happened when the lights come on, man. But he have a crazy story, and I hope one day he get to tell everybody, the things that he overcame, bro. Because it'll be really inspirational for people to hear, bro. I'm so proud of him.
Yeah, well, we sent one of our guys sent him a DM, or I think I sent him a DM. We haven't heard from him yet. I can only assume that he's very busy because, like I said, I know how things are wrestling. Y'all busy. You got all these bookings. So, and like I said, I know how it is. Hopefully, we get him on here soon, and we can definitely hear that story as well. But once again, Jay, thank you very much. We really and truly appreciate it. We look forward to seeing you make it on Impact or AEW or WWE. And that way, and then when we see you, we'll be like, yo, we just had him on the show, man. The man actually did the damn thing, man. Now he's doing big things, man. We like to see people, get rewarded, and we work hard and get rewarded. So we definitely wish nothing but the best for y'all, man.
I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for having me.
So before we shut this show down, where can fans find you on social media when they want to purchase, some top team merch, some Jay Lucas merch, find out where your next appearances? And where can bookers and promoters find you when they want to book you for their shows?
At Jay Lucas Pro on all social media. I think I'm on Twitter, Instagram. I have a TikTok. I don't really post on there that much, but it's the same at Jay Lucas Pro. And at promoters, you can hit me up at jlucaspro@gmail.com.
So y'all heard the man. He just gave his social media links. Definitely go ahead and follow this man. Cop that merch. Cop that Jay Lucas merch, that, top team merch. If you can't make the shows he's at, this is another way that you can actually support, is by copping the merch. Support indie wrestling. And that way, when he gets signed to WRAW, and you got a couple of fans go, yo, we just got the new Jay Lucas shirts. We're fans. And you can be like, man, I've been rocking with him since day one. I got his shirt since day one, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have a seat. So definitely go ahead and follow him, support, cop that merch and all that. And with that being said, we just wanted this our season 6 premiere, man. Thank you very much for those of you watching, those of you that actually support that have been supporting us since then, that actually follow us, liked our stuff, commented on our stuff. Those of y'all that actually appeared on our show, whether it was on the flagship show, which is this one, our 50 minutes of fandom segment, which we're gonna have in a couple of hours or an hour. Our Larry's and Legacies segment. Thank y'all very much for the support. We really and truly appreciate it. And we're going to keep on bringing the good stuff that is Ringside Society. And with that being said, it's about time for us to shut this show down for now. My eyelids are getting heavy. My stomach is rumbling. And I got some Jamaican food waiting on me. So it's about that time. But before I indulge in those activities, Rob, where can fans find you on social media when they want to talk wrestling, find out where your next promotion, when your next appearance is, purchase Rob Base merchandise, and where can bookers and promoters find you when they want to book you for their shows?
Now you can find me on Instagram, X, and Facebook, or Instagram X, Rob_Base82, and then Facebook, Rob Base. You can catch me, pretty much every Saturday morning, 1CW, DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com, 10 a.m. We're on every morning. If you don't have the app, Delmarva Sports Network app, you can go online, DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com. Check out the show, all past shows, you know what I mean, so you can get caught up with everything going on. And 1CW, our next show is January 16th. We're in Houston, Delaware, so that'd be first show of the year, and we're hoping to kick things off big, and Sean Carlson, he's booking the women's division this year, so anybody out there, if you're all trying to get on TV, all that good stuff, man, bam, Carlson, hit him up, hit us up, we got you.
And I'm gonna double down on that, and I'm gonna say this right now. This year, WrestleMania is in Philadelphia. WrestleMania 40 is in Philadelphia. Delaware is not that far from Philadelphia. So you know what that means? That means 1CW is going to be doing a show on WrestleMania week. So make sure, check out 1CW. They got a lot of impressive men and women there. I'm hoping to see Top Team, hint, Top Team, make an appearance there as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, we'll be out there. We'll be out there in Philly this year, man. I missed out on WrestleMania weekend last year, but this year we're going to be out there for sure.
Hey, Rob, I'm just saying.
Our show's on that Friday. We're having the show. It was on the Wednesday. We had a little snafu with the venue, so we're moving to. We're not going to be in Philly. We're going to be in Woodbury, New Jersey. It's like 15 minutes away.
Yeah. Okay, bet. I'll hit you up when I'm out there, man, for sure.
Rob, I'm just saying, man. Tell Carlson, hey, if they want some challenges for them belts, man, hey, you got Top Team right here, man, and they from the WWA 4, man. So hey,
that's right.
I'm just saying. But if y'all want to follow me on social media, not that I say a lot of cool things, but I do go to a lot of cool places these days. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at the Remy Blue, Facebook under the alias Remy Blue, and our podcast is also on social media. We're on Twitter. Well, it's called X now. Still can't believe it. We're on X, Instagram at Ringside Society, Twitch at Ringside Society 2019. We're on Facebook as a Facebook group. We're also on Spotify. We're also on Teespring, where we sell official Ringside Society merch. We have some cool merch coming this year, by the way. And we're also on YouTube, where you can see a lot of cool interviews like this one, like the one we have with the Northside Heroes, Dante Darko, Keelan Cole, Teriyaki, Blackjack Mac. All those interviews you can find on YouTube. So all you got to do is go on YouTube, type in Ringside Society. I want you to see that really good-looking dark blue and light blue yin-yang side with the blue flames around it. That's where you know it's us. So make sure you subscribe to all our videos, because we got a lot of cool stuff coming up, and you don't want to miss a thing like Aerosmith in 1998. As a matter of fact, hey, yo, Rob, since it's a New Year season premiere, you think I should hit him with what we got going on in like an hour and tomorrow?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome. So with that being said, at 9 o'clock p.m., which is going to be 6 o'clock p.m. for my West Coast riders, 8 o'clock p.m. for my people in the middle, we're going to be having our first 15 minutes of fandom segment. That's right. We got to show love to the fans as well. Our first 15 minutes of fandom episode. And our guest will be none other than B. Gamble. She's straight out of North Carolina. She'll be on our show at 9 o'clock. So make sure you set your clocks for that as well, too. And tomorrow, our special guest at 9 o'clock p.m., Jay, I know you're going to be excited about this one. You're going to be like, yo, y'all doing it big this year. We're going to be having a woman who is in Georgia bringing the heat. None other than Nikki Heat will be joining us tomorrow. So make sure you guys set your clocks for that, because she'll be joining us as well tomorrow to talk about her journey in pro wrestling.
Yeah, man. So, shout out Nikki, man. Shout out Nikki.
Sorry, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you. So once again, we'll be back in an hour with another impressive episode. But until then, we just want to thank everybody once again for another great season. Thank you. We really and truly appreciate it. We're one of the best wrestling podcasts a wrestling fan could, should, and would listen to. We're not gonna stop being that. To those of y'all that are listening later on, we get a chance. Thank you very much in advance. And those of y'all that hate us, can't stand us, really and truly wish we'd go away. Well, like myself at the Golden Corral and Rob Bates at the Taco Festival, we're not going anywhere for a while.
They hate us because they ain't us.
And we ain't stopping. So with that being said, we just want to let everybody know that we're very well and aware that everybody and their grandparents and the parents of a podcast. But we're not your grandparents' podcast. We're not your parents' podcast. As a matter of fact, we're not just any podcast. Hey, yo, Rob Bass, I gotta ask you, man. I know I ask you this a lot of times, but yo, one time for the mind, one time for the people, one time for the wrestling culture, one time for Top Team, and one time for the man who holds astronaut status, the astronaut kid, superstar, Jay Lucas.
Woo!
What type of podcast are we?
We're the Wrestling Fans Podcast.
That's right, we're the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society. We'll be back in an hour with 15 minutes of fandom. You definitely want to check it out. But until then, we just have four favors for y'all. Stay safe, stay healthy, make goals, stay winning. We out. Peace.
See y'all. Good night. Stay classy, Delaware.